Hey everyone, Roxie here for a very special intro. The featured fan art intro actually. So, thank you all so much for your lovely art. As an artist myself, I appreciate all the time and effort you guys put in. But without further ado, first off, we have Chase with their lovely Chipping Roxie actually. They look super squishy and super huggable. I love it so much, Chase. Thank you so much. Next, we have B, the Bee Meister, with his lovely pose of Roxie laying down with his brand new stockings. I love them. Thank you so much for that. You did amazing. And last but not least, we have Mai. Thank you so much, Mai. The way you drew Roxie absolutely looks adorable. And I love the way you drew his hoodie. It looks so good on him. Thank you so much. So, with all that said and done, I hope you guys all enjoy the rest of the video. See you around. Wakey wakey. Wakey wakey cutie. Good morning. It's good to see that you're awake. You slept in, but that's okay. We have the whole day to do stuff, alright? So you can go in the kitchen, grab something to eat, and I'll see you in the lounge room, alright? Hey, how was your brekkie? Was it good? Yeah, it smelled delicious. That or the next door neighbors made it, cause sometimes the smell just like wafts into the house, and it smells really good. Yeah, but I'm glad it was delicious. I remember you saying that last night you were having trouble focusing, staying motivated during the long projects, or like new projects that you were making. Yeah, that's okay. I get that sometimes as well when I do my drawings and stuff, so don't worry. It happens to the best of us, okay? But I've got some tips and tricks for you that work with me, and some new things that I've even learned too. So it's a learning experience for us both, okay? Yeah. Now, I know that you were saying you were having a little hard time focusing. Maybe it's because you're spending too much time trying to figure out the massive picture, instead of working on the smaller picture first, right? And it's better to just work in like little sections with the project that you're working on, so that way you can just like piece it together bit by bit, kind of like Lego. You know, you just can't do the whole thing at once, because like then it'd just be done, right? And that'd be super easy. But Lego is one block at a time, one block at a time. So that's how you gotta treat the way you do your projects, one block at a time. But also with big projects, you have to make sure you take breaks, okay? Just make sure they're not too long of a break, okay? Because sometimes when you take really long breaks, you kinda get mellowed out and turtled up, where you kinda just don't want to move or going back into it after all. You want to take breaks long enough that you feel rested with fresh eyes, so that you're coming at it with fresh eyes, but not too long that you feel like you're becoming a rock and you want to stay in place, you know? You don't want that at all. I know that sometimes it happens with me, and I get into like couch potato mode and just like zombie out with YouTube videos and stuff, so it happens to the best of us. Don't worry, it's okay. Now, with big projects, there's a lot that goes into them, okay? So one really good thing that you should do is get a list and start writing them down. Writing all the little things that you need to do. That way, when you look at like the small stuff, you can just check mark them off, and it'll feel like you're actually making progress towards this bigger picture after all. Because that's the whole goal, right? This big picture that we're working towards. So when you take it step by step, it makes it feel small but achievable, right? And that's what you want. You don't want something so big and grandiose that you feel like it's overwhelming and you get stressed out by it. Yeah. You don't also want to get burnt out, so that's why taking breaks and making smaller little sections fit better, because that's how you kind of feel more accomplished when you work on things like that. Then you can see the little things starting to build up, like Legos. Yeah, because, you can't build a wall with just one block. You kind of need all the little blocks to help build the wall, right? Yeah. Now, I know that for new things kinda can feel very overwhelming and daunting, right? But you have to look at it this way. You start small, and then if it doesn't work out, it's okay, because you take that to the next project. And when you learn from your smaller projects, you can add it to your bigger projects, right? And that's what matters. You take small steps along the way to get to your big projects and make them as beautiful as you can. And just doing your best is what matters. You don't gotta worry about what everyone else is doing, because it's what you can do, not what everyone else can do. Take the time and effort that you put in, and that's what matters, okay? Don't worry about everyone else. It's what you are doing that matters. And so long as you're happy with it after all, you're the first person that has to be happy with it, okay? Yeah. But try not to stress too much about that either, as well. Even if it's not fully what you want, it's okay to learn from it. Don't worry, you can make those mistakes. Let yourself make those mistakes so you can learn and grow to do the thing that you want, after all. I have a few friends that kind of build all these big walls of doubt and worry. They overthink things and just kind of stop themselves from doing things because they're so worried about things that could be, instead of letting themselves experience it and growing from it. One thing that I've kind of thought on is, instead of building the wall up, you should build the way forward. Because when you say that you can't, you've already defeated yourself, and you don't want to do that. You need to let yourself be able to learn and grow. And so building the way forward means that you can grow as a person and as an artist, or whatever it is that you're trying to do in life. You can do it. I believe in you. Your friends believe in you. We all believe in you. We do. And you need to believe in yourself too, okay? You do. You're your biggest fan, you know? Yeah. I know. It's hard to think that way sometimes, but you have to think that way. At the end of the day, you have to be happy with it, okay? Yeah. As for asking for help, or even just a second opinion on something, I want you to be sure you're willing to accept criticism. Now, there's a difference between someone being toxic and just actually giving you criticism, okay? You gotta learn the difference between toxic and actual criticism, after all. Because one will help you, and the other is just obviously being toxic for whatever reason, unfortunately. Sometimes they probably mean the best, but don't know how to word it properly after all. Not a lot of people know how to word criticism in a way that's constructive, but you have to take it in as constructive as best you can, of course. It can be hard, but it'll help you grow. I mean, I look for criticism all the time whenever I draw art. I look for any imperfections that I do, but I try not to be a perfectionist, because being a perfectionist with art, any kind of like gaming project, and maybe just like things in general really, being a perfectionist can be a detriment. It means you can take too long. It means that you're worrying about things that don't actually really matter. And sometimes you can just come off as like over the top, and that's not what you want at all. You want to be loose, but you also want to be reactive to the things that look off, and also that look good. That's also a style too. It's okay to have a personal style after all. You know, like if you're doing it for a very specific reason, that's okay. And that's perfectly fine, especially with art, for sure. Yeah. So, another thing that I do whenever I'm drawing, if I feel like I've been staring at something for just way too long, I've just been in the same spot, or just on the same project for a while, it's good to just take a little bit of an eye fresh and walk away. Just walk away, go get food, and do something else. Get your eyes nice and fresh. That way you can come back and just kind of like notice that you've missed some things, or you'll figure out some things that you might actually want to add to the art piece you're working on, the game that you're working on, or even just the music that you're working on. There can be a lot of things that you might be working on after all, not just drawing, you know. There's a lot of you out there, and you all do amazing things after all. You really do. It's amazing to see what you guys can do. Yeah. Okay, here's a small exercise for you. I want you to repeat after me. I can do the projects that I want to do. I won't say that I can't do something. I will do the best that I can, no matter what. It's okay to make mistakes, so long as we learn from them. That's what matters. It's alright to take breaks. It's okay to make sure you're okay. It's okay to even just not be okay. But also, just make sure that you're also talking to someone, okay? Yeah. We want to make sure that you're alright after all. People love you. I love you. Your family loves you. Everyone cares about you, okay? Be sure to look after yourself first. I will look after myself. Yeah. I will do the best that I can with any criticism given to me. I can be the person that I want to be. I can do any project that comes my way. I will not build any walls. I will move forward and not backwards. I am the change that I want to see in others. I will do the best that I can for everyone and myself. Very good. And I think with that, it's a good stopping point for the exercise at least. Yeah. Sometimes it's really good to just say it. Sometimes you might not mean it, but even saying it is a start to change. So long as we start changing, it gets the gears rolling in the head that, you stop saying can't, won't, and you start saying I can, I will. It's small things like that just start building and building and building and changing in your life. I know that it's worked for me. I've stopped saying that I can't, and that's really felt more motivating to do something where it's like, even if I can't, I know I can, to some degree, right? The fact that I'm trying is what matters, not that I'm building a wall and not trying at all, after all. Yeah. So I want you to do the best that you can do, okay? I believe in you. Roxie believes in you, okay? Roxie Roo believes in you, after all. And I want you to believe in yourself. Believe in the me that believes in you, after all. I think that's from anime. I could be wrong. I've not actually seen it, but I've heard it before, at least from Game Grumps. Yeah. But it's really good to see you. I'm sorry that you've been struggling with motivation. Sometimes it can be really hard, trust me. As someone who has been drawing their entire life, I took like an 8-month hiatus from drawing because I felt absolutely unmotivated. By the time I came back, I was completely different. I was much more motivated and changed the way that I was thinking. And one of the major things was I stopped comparing myself to other people. Yeah. Comparing yourself to others is just like, it's the death of creativity. It's the death of enjoyment, It's okay to look at other people's stuff and go, I love this. But it doesn't mean it should stifle you down and make you feel bad. What you should do is, you should feel good that you can see this and get inspired of it. You may not be able to do exactly what they do, but you don't need to. You need to do what you can do. And that's what matters. The thing that you can make. Because they can't make the thing that you can make. Only you can. What they make is great, but what you can make and change for other people is what matters. I know that some of the gift art that I've gotten has just been amazing. It doesn't matter the skill level. I love them all the same. It makes me want to do better with myself. It gives me ideas. I love it all so much. It really doesn't matter the skill level at all. Yeah, that's what I figured out for myself, is that no matter the skill level, I'm still me. And that's what matters, right? Because if I don't feel happy with myself, then it didn't matter what somebody else was doing, because I was never happy. And we need you to be happy with yourself. So make sure you're looking after yourself first, okay? Do it for me. Do it for you. Do it for your friends. And if anything, just be happy with learning, because if you don't start learning, then you don't really grow. And we want you to grow. We want you to be the seed that blooms into this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful person because that's what you are. You are the beautiful person that I know you can be. And I know you can make the things that you want to make. It's okay. It may seem like a big task, but like I always say, it's the small things that grow into big things. I didn't start as, I don't want to say an amazing artist or anything, because that's not something I've ever said, but I'm at least good. I know that I can at least do some drawing, but there's always better people there. But I had to start somewhere, and the stuff that when I first started was not that good by today's standards of what I can do. I mean, I had to learn somewhere, because I'm not talented. I'm just a hard worker at the end of the day, and that's what life really gives you back. Hard work. The more work you put in, the more you'll get back out. But I always want to put a little hashtag with that. Work smarter, not harder. Sometimes it's not about how long you take, because it's about the quality of what you're doing, okay? Because you could take, I don't know, 5, 10 hours working on something, but if you're not doing it in a proper way, there could be a lot of time just wasted. Whereas if you spend 2, 3 hours of really quality work, really just buckle down and get into it, that could be worth so much more than spending all that time after all. But just make sure that you're spending the time correctly. That's all that matters. Make sure it matters. Make sure that it's just the best that you feel like you're doing, okay? Yeah. Because if you're not enjoying what you're doing and it feels like a chore, that's when you need to take a break, okay? Don't take too long of a break. Like I said earlier, you don't want to be this turtle that doesn't want to go out of the shell at all. But just take the break that you need to take, okay? Because you'll come back more refreshed after all. I know you will. It worked for me. I'm just an average kangaroo after all. I just try my best, so that's all anyone can ask for. That's all anyone could ask for you too. Just do your best. Okay? You can do it. I know you can. Trust me. I'm nothing special. But you're special to me. Yeah, you are. There's nothing but belief. I know you can do it. So, say it with me. I can do it. I've got this. See? You can do it. I know you can. Don't worry. You can. But one thing, if it is time sensitive, just try your best. That's all anyone can ask for, okay? Do it in the time that you think you can do it in. Don't be afraid to ask for help. One thing that a few people are just really worried about is they ask for help and they feel like they're being a burden. You're not a burden. Not at all. Don't ever feel like that. Okay? It's okay. It's okay to ask for help. Don't worry. I know. I ask for help for any of my stuff all the time. It's good to get fresh eyes, fresh ears, on whatever you're working on. That way you're not losing sight of what you're working on too. Then you can take in what you might have missed. And that's also very vital for learning and growing, because you're not going to see everything. You're gonna miss some things, but It's up to you to take the criticism and grow from it, okay? Yeah. And one other thing, it's okay to work with groups, okay? Be sure to collaborate. It's okay. It's fun to go work with other people. Just make sure that everyone's doing their fair share, okay? I know I've had some people, kinda let me do all the work. Yeah. It's not fun, but it is what it is. It doesn't matter. So long as you know that they're a good friend, you love them, they love you. Don't let yourself get taken advantage of, okay? Especially in group settings like that, alright? And if you guys are making games, I definitely recommend you guys all go see the creator of Heartbound. That game is amazing, and Thor is actually super inspirational. I hope you all enjoy his content if you ever go visit him, because someone that I've recently been watching, and the way that he talks is just inspirational. It makes me even want to make a game. I have absolutely no idea how to make a game, so if you want some motivation, I definitely recommend go see him as well. Tell him I said hi. So, with all that said and done, I hope the way that you take this video, this conversation, a bit more of a personal one, because I know how much motivation is a bit of a struggle for me. I know that it can be hard, so I believe in you. I do. I really do. You can do it. I hope that the words that I've said have helped you. And if you ever need help, be sure, ask the ones around you, because they'll help you. Don't worry, they will. Yeah. I hope you all have a wonderful day, a wonderful night. I hope you all have a great 2024. I hope it's a safe year too. So, with that said, be safe. I love you all. Have a great, great, great night or day. Love you all. Bye.